Good morning everyone, welcome along to Rathbone Manor and the conservatory here today. I hope you've got a cup of coffee ready because I've got quite a few tools and bits and pieces from the car boot sale today. And I also bought myself a cooking utensil. So let me just bring the camera down here and then you guys can see which you think is the cooking utensil. Alrighty then guys, and I'm sure that most of my older viewers have spotted the cooking utensil already from this lot here, but we'll have a look at that in a moment or two. Okay then, so it was been a nice morning out there, although it's clouded over a bit since I got home. There was a load of stalls there today, and as you can see I bought quite a few bits and pieces. Unfortunately I won't be able to remember the price I paid for everything, but some of the stuff was like you get 2 tools for £1, so 50p each, same here and that, so a lot of it was, as I say, £1 for 2 tools or 3 tools or whatever. But I've got some stuff from my favourite tool stall and I'll be able to tell you the price of those for a start. The little calculator here, yes, bought myself another calculator, that was £2. Oh, well, holy moly, we nearly had tools and coffee all over the place. I hadn't quite got the tabletop right here, and any pressure here, bang, nearly had coffee and tools all over the place. That would have been good, would it? Anyway, yeah, so let's bring the camera back down here again, and we'll have a look at what I got. Yes, what a selection I got today. The first thing I picked up today was the calculator, and then the rest of it's all tools. Do you know, what was the first tools I picked up? Oh, I can't remember. Let's just start somewhere. Now then, my colleague in the machine shop likes his twee tools, his little teeny tools, so I've got him quite a collection of them today. And the reason for that is he's been showing me how to use the CNC machine at work, and I've been struggling with it a little bit because it's not an easy thing to use, so I thought I'd pick him up a few little tools. Where should we start? Well, hang on a moment. Well, these two I picked up from one of the last stalls I visited. What we have, they cost me £1, I remember that one, it cost me £1. What we have here is a little centre finder, I believe. It's a little bit on the rusty side of things. I don't know if it's got a name on it at all, whether it's marked or not, but it's a little bit rusty. But how does it work? You all wonder, don't you? Unfortunately, I don't have a nice bit of round stock so that I can show you how it works properly, but this will give you an idea. So these 2 pins here, we've got 2 pins there and a nice straight edge. In fact, it's a beveled straight edge, hopefully you can see that. And basically you drop the round stock into the 2 pins like so, and that will give you the dead centre of what we're looking at here. See that, guys? And then you can, if it was solid stock, you could actually you could mark it with a scriber across there like that, and then we've got the exact centre. Let's give it a go. Should be, oh hang on, get it in the centre, there we go. Get it into the 2 pins again. I hit the camera while we're at it, and then we, yep, right, mark, mark. Look at that, perfect. Put it back on again. And more or less central there, look. How about that? Now this little lot here came from my favourite vintage tool store, and they cost me £5. And this lot will be going in to work tomorrow morning for my colleague in the machine shop. So let's have a look at this for a start. We have, there we go, Williams Super Slim. It's 3/16 Whitworth at this end and 1/8 Whitworth at that end, and it's a little offset ring spanner. It's quite nice, quite like that. I'm sure he'll like that a lot actually. And I've got this rather good condition. Check this out. Gordon's Tools. Hopefully you can see that. Gordon's. The original label is still there. And we have 3/16 Whitworth, 1/8 Whitworth, chrome vanadium. Gordon Tools, Sheffield, England. So somebody's obviously looked after this one with the little label still on it. That's quite good. I like that. You've seen that. And we have another Gordon's tool here. This little teeny tiny little, I've got several pairs of these already. Little teeny tiny water pump pliers, aren't they? Look how small they are, look. Aren't they nice? I'm sure you'll like those as well. So they're nice. So I hope you like those. My colleague in the machine shop. What do you guys think? I found this one in a box of tools on one stall. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Now, what do we have here? Let me just get a wire brush on this a bit, actually. Well, that's better. Right, an 8-inch adjuster box. Then we have patent number 2912891. 8-inch manufactured US forged alloy steel. I hope you can see that, guys. There we go, try again. I was reading it off camera here. But you can see how it works, look. It's a bit sort of rusted up, and it kind of wants to work but doesn't. You sort of got to help it along a little bit. But you can see, obviously you adjust it here and it sticks a little bit. So you've got to push it down, but it will work. What I'll have to do is I'll have to take it apart, probably put it in the ultrasonic cleaning tank at work, so we can actually try it out. But you can see how it works. So that's pretty cool. Paid pounds for that. Interesting. Alrighty then, so let's move along to something yeah, maybe interesting to the older generation. I remember my parents had one of these back in the 60s. It's a fork of some description. Have you got any idea what it was for? Wow, I haven't seen one of these in about, I don't know, 50 or 60 years maybe. But what happens with it is you can extend it out. And this was a bit rusted up actually, guys, and I've had a bit of a go at this so I can actually show it to you. But in theory, there we go. Look at that. It stretches out. So what is it all about? This is a toasting fork. A toasting fork? Yes, a toasting fork. Now I know everybody these days has a toaster with a toast in, but this is how we used to do it back in the day. When you'd have an open fire, you'd take your toasting fork and you'd stick a bit of bread on the end of it. In fact, I'll tell you what, guys, I haven't got an open fire, but I can show you roughly how it works. Okay, so here we are, back in the day, with our open fire, although this is a gas fire, look. And what we do is you get like this bit of bird's bread here. We buy bread in specifically for the birds. Stick it on your fork, thusly, and then you could hold it in front of the fire like so, and that's why it extends out, so that you can get as far away from the heat as possible. And you just simply stand there, do it on one side, take it off, and do it on the other side. How cool is that? And that is how we used to do toast back in the day with our toasting fork. And as I say, I haven't seen one of these since probably the 1960s actually. Now I'm always on the lookout for an interesting pair of pliers, as you guys know. I picked these up. They've got something stamped onto them just there. Let me just stick them on, and they're a bit stiff as well. Right, they've got something stamped onto them. Let me just whack them on the wire brush and see if we can clean it up a bit. Okay, there we go. Well, that to me looks like it could be somebody's name on there, like I. Parsons maybe. I. Parsons. There is another mark on this side as well. That could be the same thing, Parsons again. They're a little bit rusty, a little bit tight. God, yeah, they do need a drop of oil in there. But what attracted me to them in the bottom of the box was they look very similar to my Knipex 0822145s. They're very, very similar indeed. Let me just come around the other side of the camera. Look how the head got a very short, stubby, pointy nose that won't bend like some of the other ones out there do. It's got the little half round bit in here just the same, but what it lacks is the specially designed Knipex bit in here, obviously, because this is fairly specific to Knipex. I don't know if you can see that or not, but if you guys know anything about these pliers, you'll know exactly how they work. But these ones, while similar, don't have that same design to them. They've got the cutters, so that is what attracted me to this pair of pliers. They don't have any manufacturer's marks on them at all, so I don't know who made them or how old they are, but they are quite stiff. They appear to be in fairly reasonable condition, so yeah, nice, quite like those. And of course I picked myself up another scientific calculator here, this one being a Casio FX85 GT Plus with natural VPAM display again. How do you switch it on? Rocket science again. So there we go. It's got the dual power, you've got solar energy panels just there, and in the back some batteries. We've got some quick reference guide just there. But I do like the colour. What do you think of the colour, guys? Quite nice. Can it do the maths I need it to do? 2 plus 3 equals, let's bring it up here. What? What? Okay, my colleague in the machine shop has got a similar Casio calculator. 2 plus 3 equals 16 fives. 16 over 5. What? How the hell? I've no idea. I don't understand that at all. Let's try that again. Right, hang on. So we'll wait a minute. Clear the display. Right. 2 plus 3. Right, so we've got 2 plus 3. There's the equals button. Ah. Okay, so this time it's 5. What? How did it do that last time then? Oh, I don't know. These things are all kind of a mystery to me. I mean, look at all these buttons we got on here, look. What the hell does that lot do? You've got 10... Oh, it's 10 to the power, I guess. I don't know, you know, like what? Yeah. Okay, clear that lot. And you've got a replay function as well, so we can replay. There we go. Okay, so somehow or another equals 5 again. Yeah, right. So how the hell did we get? Right, did we get? Oh, wait a minute. This is what it looked like before, I believe. Plus 3 equals. It's done it again. So if you have a dot 2 plus 3, it's 16 fifths. No idea. Don't know. Now it was the colour that attracted me to this thing here. Mode and setup. What's that all about then? I might have to get the instructions for this. Alpha, shift. I mean, look at all this lot. Look, it's got anti-lock braking. Yeah, okay. I don't understand how these things work, to be honest with you. How do we turn it off? Can we turn it off? Shift off. No. Well, anyway, that's this week's calculator. Okay then, before I get myself any more confused with this thing, let's move along to today's pile of star buys. Look at them all. Oh my word, where shall we start with this lot then? Yeah, I know. The DP wrench, patent applied for, super chrome, Heath and Pond, British made. Now what we've got here, it looks like a ring spanner, doesn't it? But what we've got here is actually got 4 different ring spanners. We've got a 7/16 Whitworth that side, 3/8 Whitworth that side, and on this end we have 9/16 Whitworth and a 1/2 inch Whitworth on that side. So there's 4 different spanners here. You might be able to see in there the different sizes. How clever is that? I would imagine this is maybe off of, I don't know, perhaps you guys can tell me, but possibly maybe from a toolkit for possibly a tractor or a lorry or something back in the day. I really don't know, but it's quite a nice looking tool. It's got an 8 stamped into it just there, patent applied for, so it's quite interesting, isn't it, guys? You know, you've got 4 different spanners in the one there, so yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you know what that was for. Then we have this little fellow here, side cutters. What do we have? Diamond Duluth, Dimaloy S55, it looks like to me, made in the US. They don't look too bad, the jaws, do they? Overall nicely finished, even inside the handles. I'm not sure how old this little fellow is, but if you guys know, please let me know down in the comments. So right, I'll tell you what, shall we give it a go? Let's get started with 7020. It's fairly small stuff, is this? Let's have a look. Oh yes, cut that off. But what about down near the yeah, it's not done too good a job of it down there, but the rest of it, as you can probably hear that, it's doing alright on the 7020. Got some larger multi-core, multi-stranded earth style cable. Pin on the floor with that. This is 2.5mm solid copper. Wow, right across the conservatory with that one. And what about some of this stuff here? Tri-rated in red. This is multi-core again. Oh, nice. That's quite a nice pair of old snippers, isn't it? I wonder how old they are. A little bit loose, so they have been definitely used. Yeah, so if you guys know how old they are, they're S55, Dimaloy S55 side cutters. Speaking of cutters, what on earth are these? Good grief, Penfold. Like Parrot beak cutters. I wonder what they were used for. They have a name on here. Let's have a look. Well, that looks like either Page or Phage Ironside, made in England. And also, whoever owned it has put their initials all over it. Oop. There we go. So initials all over this thing. So what was this all about then? It's obviously for cutting something fairly hefty, isn't it? Where's that wire? Let's get some of that hefty wire up here. Okie dokie. So what we'll do is we'll start with the smallest we've got, which is the tri-rated again. Let's see if it will chop that. It should do. It should chop it up quite easily, I would imagine. Yeah, it rolls it. Hope you can see that, look. Okay, it's done that. What have we got here? Let's have this one, have a go with this one here. This is the slightly heavier gauge stuff. Just kind of cut it to a degree. Right, let's have a look at this. This is 2.5mm twin and earth, is this? See how it does with that. Let's cut it off. So it looks like a bit like a raptor, doesn't it? chops stuff up rather well. We've got a over travel stop there. Stop it cutting too far, because it will actually, if you push it too far, it will actually override the other blade. Ride over the other blade, but that's quite interesting. I don't know what that's all about, I'm sure. I bought 2 tools from this guy, including these here, for £1. Now I saw this the other month on my favourite tool stall. This says new. Eclipse 66 general purpose saw, ages 6+ by the looks of it. There aren't any barcodes on here that I can see, so it's quite an old thing. Still, it appears to be in reasonable condition. I think I had one of these some years ago. Don't know what happened to it. I think when we first got married, I bought one of these for cutting stuff. You see the blades for these all over the place at the car boot sales, and I think you can adjust it for what angle you want, whatever angle you want. Yeah, so just loosen that off, and you can, if you want to cut at a strange angles, you can do. So this is quite a nice one actually. I wonder how old this is. 66. It's in good condition, so somebody's obviously looked after it and kept it in its original box all these decades. And as you guys know, I can't resist a nice pair of pliers. So these come from 2 separate stalls. Again, I paid £1 for 2 tools on the 2 stalls. Let's take a look at this one first, shall we? This is obviously parallel pliers with cutters at the top there, as you can see. These have probably got they've got a cutout up the middle there for getting hold of something long and thin. These are in quite good condition. What I like about these, and I didn't realise till I got home, but they've got quite a grey finish to them. But when I got them home, look, WSS 1945 military issue 2, look. So it's interesting that these are battleship grey. I wonder if they were Navy issue at some point or another, maybe, possibly. They got some made in England, the name and made in England there on the hinge. You can hear Mrs. Rathbone out in the garden busy working away there. Yeah, so these are quite a nice pair of pliers. Hang on a minute. And I found another pair of these, I think they call them all-purpose pliers. I think that's what they call them, all-purpose pliers. I don't believe these ones are actually marked, unfortunately, but they appear to be well finished. Got nice handles on them. I like these a lot. These are obviously slip joint pliers. I've got a pair of these by Crescent Tools, I believe, that's quite old. I quite like these things actually, and I haven't seen any since last year, so I thought, yep, I'm having these. They've got the old-fashioned bypass cutters there, as you can see. Don't usually cut a great deal because there's usually a gap going on in there, as you can, hang on, where's the gap? There's the gap. So it makes it difficult to cut stranded cable, but anything solid, they should cut quite nicely. The jaws are in fairly decent condition too. And these ones look to have the, do they have the angled teeth or not? Well, on the other pair have got angled teeth in there. They may be angled, like a pipe wrench. Yeah, quite possibly, look. But I do like these old things, sort of like from the early 1900s. These have got nicely embellished handles on them. But no maker's name, which is strange again, you know. Quite a nice pair of pliers with no maker's name on them. I'll have to probably give these a dip in the ultrasonic cleaning tank to clean them up a bit, and then I go on the wire wheel, and they should look quite nice. As I say, I've already got a set of these made by Crescent, and I can already see a few differences between the 2 manufacturers here. See, this is kind of like a mirrored version, this one here. It's a mirrored version, obviously probably to get round a patent maybe, or just the way they broached out the holes. But you can see the design is similar. It's got larger jaws than the Crescent, but the design is similar. It's got nicely sort of designed handles on this one here. It does feel nice, so I'll have to give it a clean up, and then we'll see what it's like. Okay then, so as you can see, we've got quite a considerable haul of nice tools here today from the car boot sale. It's a nice morning. I believe next week, well, not tomorrow, Monday, but the following Monday may be a bank holiday, so usually at the bank holiday the car boot sale's even better, especially if the weather's nice. It's really quite nice, so I might be going again next week. Alrighty then, so that's today's car boot sale. Got some interesting stuff, like the pliers and things I got. I've been looking at this saw here for quite some time now. But yeah, I did really well today. I've bought a whole bunch of stuff and spent all my money. I think I've got a few quid left that I took along. But I hope my colleague in the machine shop likes his little bits and pieces I got for him. And yeah, some quite nice tools here today. You'll have to let me know down in the comments which is your favourite tool. If you know of what, like these parrot head things here, what they were used for, please let me know down in the comments. Yeah. Oh, and this here as well, the DP wrench. Let me know what that was all about too, guys. And yeah, so hopefully I might go along to the boot sale next week. If the weather's anything like this, it'll be a fantastic boot sale, being a bank holiday. Yeah, you don't forget, you can subscribe to my channel, subscribe to me here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. If you want to have a look on Instagram, I'll put different things up down there, like what's going on, for instance. Sometimes I'll put what's going on at home, so something slightly different for you guys to take a look at. I hope you enjoyed today's content. I hope you enjoy my channel. Please let me know if you do. Oh, hang on. Let's not forget the calculator. There we go. However confusing it might be. Yeah, so keep an eye on the channel, because I might go again next week. I might do, if I get time that is, because it's been very busy at work, to be honest with you. I might do another video on some of the tools I picked up. I was going to clean something up. Oh yeah, the little, whatever it's called now, the adjuster box. I might do a video on that next at some point. I'll get it cleaned up. We'll have a go, see how well it works. And well, yeah, I will catch you here at Rathbone Manor in the near future, either for a tool review or another car boot sale and flea market report. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you'll pop back again another week, and I will catch you later. Thanks for watching.
Oh,